What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Reanimal demo. I had multiple people, and obviously, it's a interesting time, right? We just had Little Nightmares 3 come out. I've done all these videos on it, and then you have everybody saying, hey, you need to check out the Reanimal demo. So thank you for pushing me, because I had said, I just feel this game is going to be amazing, without the demo. I don't really need the demo to prove that point, but I sucked it up. I played it, and let me tell you something. It is just as terrific as people are saying it is. And, it really, what it does is I think just gives you a taste of the overall game, which I think is, well, that's pretty much what a demo should do, right? Is kind of plant some seeds, show you how the game is going to operate, and I really think in just like a 35 minute demo, they did a terrific job of saying, okay, you want those iterations from Little Nightmare? Like, we will show it. I mean, the first thing that jumps out to me is the moving camera. And, again, like, this is coming off just playing Little Nightmares 3 a few days ago. The camera swings with you, and it's just, it's more open, right? It's not, I talk about left to right, right to left, I guess up and down, but I mean, the way that this one does it, it's far more open. And even just in the first, oh my God, like, I guess after you get off the boat, right? Once that's done, the first 5 minutes, you are going through tunnels and the camera is following you. It is ahead of you and you're kind of running towards it. It's doing every camera trick in the book, right? And it just makes it feel more dynamic. That's one thing. Like, it's a more dynamic feel. Honestly, the character that you play as, I feel moves with a little bit of a faster pace to him compared to Lower Alone in Little Nightmares 3. So I really liked the pace. But look, it still feels like it. Like, square is to run, and there's still crouching, and there's still, when you open a door, you almost like usher the other person through, which is literally like Little Nightmares 3, you pull the person through, right? And this one, you kind of like hold the doors open for them. But it's going to give you that vibe, and obviously it should give you that vibe with the developers. It is a beautiful game for what it's trying to do. Well, it's a beautiful game, but it's also a pretty disturbing game, and that's kind of the seeds, right, that they're planting in this game. You really, I mean, what do you get? You get the person that's like kind of walking ahead of you when you go into like the bathroom. Like, that's kind of creepy, and then it like sucks itself up into like a dead thing or what. Like, it's a little gross, and it's a little disturbing. Then when you do the plunger to the toilet, and whatever that thing is comes out, right? Wow, the slithering things that are following you. I mean, it's got absolutely enough disturbing behavior in the demo to really show you what the entire game would be. Not to mention, we've seen trailers and we've seen more than that, some of the chase scenes and that other stuff, and I guess even jumping to the end, the chase scenes are dynamic too. I mean, you think about the train, right? And this is where I think, again, Little Nightmares needs kind of that push to do it a little bit differently, because I still think like a strange, very big monster chasing you when you're so tiny is scary, kind of no matter how many times you do it or what the monster is. But the dynamics of it, where you're running away, then you run left, right, and you have characters doing things. The girl closes the window, right? The third one that jumps out of the suitcase shuts the door on the big guy's hand or whatever. So and I guess even the train starts to fall apart once you climb up the ladder. So it has more movement to it. It feels more dynamic in that way. I really, really love that. And by the way, I don't know if maybe I was just uninformed. I've watched a good amount of this game, like leading into it. Did anybody know that they talk? I certainly did not. So in the very beginning of the game, when you pull the girl up and then you start talking and then they start talking, it's like, oh my dear God, wait, I didn't know that was a thing, in this game. So maybe that was a thing and I just didn't pay attention to it. But I wonder how that's going to work, because I actually have gotten very comfortable and used to, in these games, characters just not, it's kind of speaking without speaking, really. And I think they've actually gotten quite good at it with Little Nightmares 1 through 3. So I am very pleased. Like, look, it's not the longest demo, but like I said, it's just about the feel. It's how the camera works. It's about a little bit more open. You see that with when you're on like the track and you have to go like up, down. You have to put the wheels on. So one wheel is directly next to it, but another wheel, you have to go into a building to find. And then, you go in there and you have to kind of traverse a little bit, and then you kind of come backwards, but it's like an escape sequence, right? So a lot of things that kind of change up the pace. Those are some of the things that I was looking for, right? Like, how is this really going to be different? And I think just kind of the space that it gives you, the space and the way the camera moves with you, and a little bit more of the dynamic feel in that way. that is really what this game is doing, I think, super well. And again, I think it is a little faster. And I do think because it's a little faster, it's going to lead to more intense chase scenes, right? Because like there's a lot of stuff going on in chase scenes, and you're a little bit faster than and a little bit more like nimble than you would be in Little Nightmares. So I feel like there's a lot of potential. There's always been a lot of potential for this game. I think this game is gonna freaking rock. Now, I had always said, like, I'm not looking to like declare one or the other necessarily the winner. If anything, I guess maybe like Battlefield and COD, I want them to push each other, you know. And I really think Reanimal is gonna push Little Nightmares. That if Supermassive gets to do it again, Little Nightmares 4 can really be that step up that really Little Nightmares 3 was not. But I like that, you know, to be able to push each other, I do think is rather important. I think both can exist. I think both can be fine. But I'm pretty freaking excited now for Reanimal. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.